Purina. NBC Shootaround is back here as February is upon us, less than a month from the 2017 Missouri Valley Conference Men's Basketball Tournament. We know it as Arch Madness. Adam Menecker, you saw the Salukis and the Ramblers yesterday. How has your Valley week been going?
Yeah, well, it's been going good. And we had a big game that we were all excited for yesterday evening, Derek, ESPN2, Wichita State and Illinois State. And, the game started out going back and forth a little bit. I was listening to it on the radio as I was driving back from Chicago. But, wow, what a big win by the Shockers at home. Still probably the most difficult place to play in the conference. And you look at the difference for them. Look at what we've seen out of Connor Frankamp in his last three games: 15 points, 16 points, 18 points. He's 11 of 17 from three over that stretch, 3 assists, 3 rebounds per game. His outside shooting is really a separation factor that makes this Shocker team so dangerous. They have the athletes. They have the aptitude on the defensive end. When they're knocking down shots, him specifically, they're going to be really tough to beat. Now, one quick note on Illinois State. Obviously, they did not have Mikhail McIntosh, and he's a big part of their team. But what that means is they just have much less of a margin for error, and they ran into a buzzsaw. So listen, I don't see that loss as something that's going to change the direction of their season. It seems like an isolated event, but boy, they need Mikhail McIntosh back in a hurry.
Yeah, absolutely. Talk about the other end of the spectrum now is Illinois State and Wichita State, both 11-1 in conference in a tie game. We'll see how that works out. But Evansville got a win. Missouri State, we haven't talked about the Aces a whole lot at the other end of the spectrum, but a much-needed win yesterday for them over Missouri State.
Yeah, and both the teams at the bottom. So Indiana State and Evansville enter the week with one win in conference apiece, and so they pick up their second one. I mean, that's big. Just reminding people that they're not too far out of this logjam. Only a couple of games behind Bradley, 3 games behind Drake to get close to that 7th spot. So a lot can change with 6 to play. But remember, Evansville was 9-4 in the non-conference. Indiana State beat a top 15 team. Both of these teams are pretty capable. And it makes them dangerous. You look at their record and see that they haven't been playing well. Maybe you relax a little bit. They're definitely dangerous going into these last 6 games.
Switching gears to this upcoming week, the schedule as it lays out. Kind of interesting, Missouri State and Wichita State hadn't yet played. They're going to be for the first time this season on Thursday, that game on CBS Sports Network. Illinois State, Drake, Loyola, Evansville, Southern and Northern, and Indiana State and Bradley. Anything stand out to you as what we should be looking for as this next week comes up?
Yeah, so, I as you mentioned, I just saw SIU playing at Loyola and get a big win to move them into 3rd place. So the thing I'm really looking at this week is that SIU at UNI game being a really big one for that 3rd through 6th logjam. All these games and tiebreakers become increasingly important. So SIU won their first matchup against Loyola, has a chance to win a second one at home. With UNI going from 0-5 to now 4th in the conference, nobody wants to play them right now. Everybody wants to be above them in the standings. So it'll be interesting to see. SIU already lost to them once. We'll see how they fare against the Panthers this time.
Yeah, we got to figure out how to clear out this log jam. If not, Mike Kern's going to have fun figuring out the tiebreakers as he always does going at Arch Madness. So it'll be interesting to see how it all works out. But it always leads us to All Valley Roads coming to Arch Madness St. Louis in 2017 men's basketball tournament. Ticket discounts now available at archmadness.com. So you're looking for economical way to get yourself to St. Louis, check out those ticket discounts at archmadness.com. This has been another episode of the NBC Shootaround. Adam, thanks so much for your time, sir. We'll talk to you again real soon.